Hey YouTube, Freedom for Kaz here, and I'm going to be making a video today. I had a great weekend. I hope you all did too. I spent some time with the family, and I always encourage spending time with the family. I want to say hi and welcome to all the new subscribers. I really appreciate the comments when you comment on my videos. That's great to have communication back and forth. We kind of get a different idea of where everyone's coming from, and that's always good because sometimes I might miss something and someone will post a comment and say, hey, did you ever think about it this way? And I'm like, yeah, honestly, I really didn't. So I appreciate the comments. That's great to kind of help each other out there. Now, the first thing I want to comment on is the big high court's ruling on the Second Amendment. The Supreme Court ruled on the Second Amendment today, and they upheld the right to own and bear arms, which I think is awesome. I read the article, and it also went on to say that the Chicago gun ban should be lifted because of this ruling. I don't know how soon that's going to take place, but they did say specifically the Chicago gun ban should be lifted. Which also I know they touched on the Washington D.C. gun ban, and that gun ban should be lifted as well. I don't know how soon these gun bans are going to be lifted, but they did say that these bans should be lifted sometime relatively soon. Now, I was on Blog TV over the weekend, and we were talking about the oil spill and the oil rain and the core exit rain, and there were about 150 people plus or minus, a few here and there, so it was a real good crowd. A lot of input going on there, a lot of arguing going on about whether or not it can really rain oil or whether or not it can really rain core exit. There's a hurricane down there right now as well. It's just, where are we with this oil spill? I think it's day 68 now, if I'm correct. What's going on here? Does anybody really know what's going on? There were some things that were mentioned in the blog about it can't rain oil and then it can't rain core exit. I really don't know, whether it can or can't. But still, the one thing that really scares me is when a hurricane comes through. Now, the hurricane that's down there currently isn't a real strong hurricane. And it looks as though it's going to track over to where Texas and Mexico could be. So it's not going to come right up the Gulf. It's not going to go over the oil area. But who's to say that those winds aren't going to spread it around a little bit? I'm not saying that I'm happy that it's going towards Texas or Mexico. Trust me, I would never want anything like that to happen, but it seems as though that's where it's headed. Now, I came across an interesting article. Actually, it was a video, and it was about Bill Clinton, and Bill Clinton's idea to stop the oil well is to actually blow it up. It's a 2-minute clip. It's not very long, but it's a very, very interesting clip. He starts out by ripping on Obama, and the video clip ends by him supporting Obama. But in the middle of the body of the video, he talks about the oil well, and the oil well, what can be done about it. Now, the one thing that he specifically talks about, he talks about the relief wells that are being drilled, and he talks about those and how they are not going to work. Now, I found that interesting because how would he know what would and what wouldn't work? And he clearly states the only way to fix this is to blow up the oil well. Now, go ahead and click on that, watch that video, and then come back to my channel and post some comments about that. I really want to know what you think about that. It's a very, very interesting video about that. Now, again, keeping pace with the oil rig here. BP has paid out some monies to these people who live down there, who their businesses have been shut down, their livelihood has been shut down. But now the IRS, it seems as though that they want to come to the action too. It seems that the IRS wants to tax these payments that BP has paid out. Now, I don't understand. I mean, granted, haven't these people suffered enough? Now that they've finally got some money, the IRS wants to come in and take it away. I don't understand their point of view. I don't understand why they want to do that. It just kind of kills me that our government is going to come into this situation and say, all right, I'm reaching in your pocket and take out what little money you have. I think that the government could stop that and not do that. They don't really need to do that. These, like I said, these people have suffered enough. Now, one thing that I did find, which was rather interesting, I did go online and I found the MSDS, which is the Material Safety Data Sheet for core exit. Now, there are a few things here that really spike my interest, and that is that the flash point is 181 degrees, which is 83 degrees Celsius. Now, what a flash point is, that is where the point of combustion takes place, okay? Now, 183 degrees. It's relatively not too hot. I mean, when you compare it to striking a match or starting a fire, you know, you really need to get some good heat going there before it'll start to ignite. Now, we're talking about full ignition here. We're not talking about just sparks and things like that. So 181 degrees, 83 degrees Celsius. But here is, I'll tell you what page this is. This is on page 8 of the NSDS hand guide here. Now it says engineering measures. In a general ventilation is recommended. Respiratory protection. Where concentrations in the air may exceed the limits given in this section, the use of a half-face filter mask or an air-supplied breathing apparatus is recommended. A suitable filter material depends on the amount and the type of chemicals being handled. Consider the use of the filter type. A multi-contaminant cartridge with a particulate-free filter should be used. So what they're saying is that when you use Corexit 9500, you should use respiratory apparatus, whether it's an oxygen tank that you use over your full face, or it's just a mask that has a particulate pre-filter, which, now a particulate pre-filter is a pretty good filter, okay? It's not just that basic one that you would use, okay? So, but here's my point. They're down there, you know, using this Corexit with the oil and in the Gulf. They're not letting them use any respirators. And it says right here in the MSDS that you should be using one. But not only that, this is what else it says. It says you should be using nitrite gloves or PVC gloves. Wear standard protection clothing. Like perhaps you might want to wear a PVC outfit or a PVC apron so you don't get it on you. And here what it also says. It says use eye protection. Wear chemical splash goggles. You got to use eye protection. Okay? And here are some hygiene recommendations. It says keep an eye wash fountain available in case you get it in your eyes. People, in case you don't realize, your eyes is one of the biggest ways that your body absorbs stuff. You're continually blinking, and when you blink, you're washing your eye every time with water. I'm sure you know that. But when you get this Corexit in your eyes, you're absorbing it into your system. So it says keep an eye wash fountain system available. It says keep a safety shower available. If your clothes gets contaminated, remove your clothes. Okay? You know I don't understand why they're not letting them use the safety equipment. You know, they don't want them to use respirators because it might, oh my God, they get it on camera and then it's going to be a big deal. It is a big deal. All right? It is. It's a huge deal. So again, it's more underlying information as to, you know, what is accurate, what isn't accurate. You know, how serious is it? Is it going to rain oil or is it going to rain Corexit, or is that not possible? You know, we really don't know where we're at on this. And like I said, on Blog TV last night, it kind of went back and forth quite a bit. So, you know, I just don't understand with everything that's going on. Just, you know, where are we at on this? People, again, I want to encourage you to do your own homework. I want to encourage you to do your own digging. Again, hope for the best. Prepare for the worst, people. That's a good saying. You know, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. You guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Check out the links. Come back, make comments. I appreciate all the comments, and I appreciate all the new subscribers. You guys are doing a great job. I appreciate the support. Thank you. Have a great day.